Trustless Degens. This is the show where we talk about all things happening in Web3, crypto, blockchain. It's pretty much insert buzzword here in terms of crypto topics or topics surrounding that area. So that's not to say that we don't, tiptoe into some macroeconomics, laughing at stocks and things of this sort. But we like to run the gamut, and hopefully you enjoy joining us. Got our regular host here with us today. We got Rex Satoshi underneath me, and he's wrecked today. Bitfiend, Norm, the Infinite, our resident normie. How you guys doing today?
What's up, guys? How you guys doing?
Yeah. It's nice to see you all. I've had to stop the conversation happening behind the scenes and make sure that we could start up so that we didn't get anybody ruining our talks. So we're going to start this thing off the way we normally start these things off, which is by going around the room, the table, and checking on the temperature, seeing how people are feeling, how you feeling about the market and whatnot. Where we like to start things off. We like to go with our resident normie. I feel like we need like a Bulls intro for you, like when we do that. Like we just like take it back to a classic one, and they're just coming through the tunnel.
I like it. Maybe I can find a video. Press play. Nah, we get copyright. Never mind. But something.
I need you to tell me everything's gonna be okay.
It is, and I'm forever perma bearish. It's just kind of where I live. It's kind of my life, but that doesn't mean it's all bad. Although, I'm curious on your opinions, you guys. Hopefully, you can give a little snippet. But I hear a lot of people talking bad about crypto, man. A lot, actually.
Dig more into that.
Fired. Wow, shots fired. There's like tons of people that I'm like I listen to on a regular basis. They're like, I guess the ship sailed. They thought they were cool, but yeah, let's just see how you guys feel.
Oh right, we got our first shots fired. We're gonna turn it round to the man of the metaverse, Mr. Bitfiend. Can you enlighten us? How are you feeling about the markets lately? There might be some slight delay for Bitfiend getting that audio. Let's see if he... It's like he's solving an equation with those eyes. I don't know that he can hear us yet, or that he's got the accent.
On something.
He's working on something. We're gonna have to come back. We'll come back to Bitfiend. Rex Satoshi.
Can you hear us, Bitfiend?
Yeah, I can now.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Let's get Bitfiend.
What's up?
Thoughts?
Yeah, how you feeling about the market? Hit us with the quick one.
Oh man, I don't even know, to be honest. I'm always bullish, but like when is my question? Like when Lambo?
When is Lambo?
And, I know that yesterday marked 1 year until the next Bitcoin halving.
Yeah.
So like, where are we going to be a year from now? That's the question.
Yeah, I had to leave that in the chat. I was just like, oh man, it's a year from the halvening. We all like we're experienced in what happens around halvenings. It gets quite exciting around those times. The lead up to halvenings, the time after halvenings is especially monumentous. It's a good time to be in crypto.
Fucking Bitcoin Passover. What do you mean?
Yeah, pretty much, right? Oh man. All right. So Rex Satoshi.
I am trying to stay cautiously bullish. So I mean, it looks the charts are looking good to me. Everything else looks kind of fucked, but I mean that's how I feel right now. I feel like risk on assets are kind of bullish, and everything else is fucked.
Rightio. And the short and sweet of myself, my own personal opinion. I'm like in the seat of like, I manifested this last week. Can we manifest the whole thing? Let's just push on through the situation where we have to get that pullback. because I was definitely like, like I still feel like, we could be like in this technical bear market, but as far as this bull push goes and this climb, like last week it was very hard for me to see us going lower, and this week, like it's like okay, like we could do some type of pull, we could do a little pullback, and I wouldn't be surprised to do some type of pullback at least at this point, because we just had a big climb in crypto. It was a big week. We weren't paying attention. Ethereum hit over $1,900. Bitcoin touched $29,000. These are numbers we haven't seen in a long time in crypto. So for that to be happening when we already started to reverse trend, it's just like showing a much more bullish uptrend for these things, especially in light of the Bitcoin halvening being in 1 year. And typically within a year of the halvening, we start to see people allocating more to crypto, to Bitcoin, to start to get their positions ready. As one of our articles that we actually have to share today includes, Michael Saylor, MicroStrategy, buying more Bitcoin, which they're just like eating it up at this point. Yeah, I forgot how many thousand. It's like some thousand Bitcoin they continue to add.
I think it was 1,000.
Yeah, 1,000 something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So MicroStrategy continuing to eat them sats. All right, wanted to jump into at this point. Want to jump into some market fun. You say market, I say fun. I messed that up because I gave you guys the power to start the chant, and none of you started the chant.
See, I was expecting you to say either fun or market, but like it just didn't happen. I was like, well,
you didn't
exactly. I shouldn't have gave you guys the power.
I was like, this guy.
It's all right. Lesson learned. Put this up here. All right, so we're checking out the top coins on the week, or how things have been going this week. Yeah. Down a little bit. Bitcoin currently at 28,000. Ethereum, and it says down 1.3 on the 7 day. So we must have really taken. Like, did we take off up to 29? I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking.
Yeah,
maybe it's because I'm so late.
We wicked up a little bit. Like it was like 28.7 or something like that.
Yeah, I'm like, maybe that happened on Wednesday or something. That's interesting. Because I know a lot of my attention has been on Ethereum lately in the Ethereum ecosystem, so it's hard not to know. It's been fun. It's been fun. Up 5.8% in the week. You can see that there. Going down this list, BNB down a little bit. XRP, they had their time in the sun, but they always tend to be like inverse whatever the market's doing. We got Cardano up 1.7%, and again, these are on like the last few weeks having like decent gains of percentages, like week over week. So if we're not seeing something down a few percent, then I feel like it's good. It's kind of sexy. Dogecoin having the best time ever after getting pooed on, for many of these episodes, actually, up 20%.
Bro, how are your Doge chain bags looking?
I have to check them. I checked them like a month ago. I checked no, because they're in Doge. It's like I just have Doge working for me on Doge chain. So
MC, no, man, come on now,
come on. It's over there. I was actually surprised because they like with the fees that I earned, they like maintained, like they ate up some of the Doge had like dipped or whatever in cost or whatever, and they ate up some of that dip when I sold the fees back into Dogecoin. I was like, oh, this is nice. Okay, so I still got the same value of Dogecoin. All right, cool. So it wasn't horrible, but there's it's like over there. Is what is.
So it sounds like it's not going great because you haven't checked it.
Yeah, there's no need for me to check it. I'm like, I could just move those fees off of there. I could just move all those fees over to something like Zksync and have a nice, it's not like it was never a bunch of money over there. So it's like I'm gonna have like $200 somewhere. I'm sure, but it's not a whole bunch, but it is for me. It allows me to have a bag of Dogecoin somewhere and using it, which is otherwise I was not going to have Dogecoin. And I did want to have some exposure to Doge
I need to check mine too, because I threw a little bit of something over there, but not enough to be like, oh, let me go see what it's doing.
Exactly.
There's no way it's doing much.
It's my Doge rain day, but it's like, like if Doge like really takes off one day, I'm like, oh, cool. I know I got Dogecoin over there and it's been working for me. Let's see what we got. That's plan. That's that plan. I'll manage it sparingly. Other top tokens, we got Polygon Matic almost up 1% in the last 7 days. Solana down. I just heard some bad, I was just hearing the rain pour down on Solana from people talking about it over the week. Like, yeah, all the DeFi dApps are gone, this and that. Everything's leaving Solana. Whatever. Look, it's valued at $20. That's up over where it was a few months ago. So whatever. Polkadot up 2.9%. That's a pretty nice increase. 3% there, though down 3% in another amount of time. What is this, like the 24-hour? I think what is it? Yeah. So interesting there. We're wicking down, people. That's the point to be made there. We're gonna basically stop right there, right here. Cool. All right. Yeah. And that's what we got for our top cryptocurrencies of the week. Any of you guys holding any of these bags?
Some of my loot box NFTs on Polygon revealed today. I think I got a little bit of Tether. Oh yeah, I forgot those don't count.
You're like,
I mean, I got Bitcoin and ETH. I got Bitcoin and ETH.
Yeah. Any BNB?
Not really.
80. Okay, so we're not really. We like Polygon around here.
Already told you I don't know what BNB is anymore.
That's right. You did try to clown me in Telegram. This man had all of his Telegram friends around. He just tried to clown me.
This man came in there talking about some. You guys know about this coin on BNB? I'm like,
hold up. I was just about to go to that. Actually, I was just about to go.
Yeah, I actually want you to go to that because I'm not trying to fade you on that. I ain't lying to you.
We'll go to that right here. All right, so this is Level LVL token. And this is an interesting token to me because I've explained this to people all the time whenever we're talking about DeFi and cryptocurrency, and my opinion on what I think is like a good project and something that I would be interested in investing in. One of the first cryptos outside of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano that I was actually interested in investing in was BNB. Shortly after watching BNB go live, I learned that some of the fees and stuff like that from the platform were obviously being used to like buy back into BNB or do their burns or whatever they would do with the system. And that was just like the narrative that was wrapped around the token, which is that like these fees come from the platform and they basically go in here and like powerhouse the token. Platform does well, then it feeds the token, the token of the ecosystem. You have consistent flow of money to buy up and do whatever that you needed to do. And if people want to trade more there, then great. So tokens like Level interest me because this does exactly that. And these are the type of tokens that I was looking for during the last bull run. When DeFi started during the last bull run, like after like the kimchi swap, like very early into the swaps of different places and kittens swap and whatever the heck, I was like, I want DEXs. I want leverage trading protocols. And they just didn't happen. We didn't know how to make them happen. So now that they're happening, I'm looking at those ones, and all of those ones that we've seen so far have been pretty dang successful. Like the most successful one that takes household names, GMX. Following that up, GNS. If you're really into crypto, Twitter, Vela, coming down the pipeline. These are names that like they make headwinds and like they obviously go up. This one I feel like has evaded people a lot. For the most part, I feel like it's like kind of getting known, but not everybody really knows about Level like that. I've seen like a few like DGen circles talking about it. So bringing it up here, let's look at this chart down here. Up 20% in the 7-day. So it's performing pretty well compared to the other ones that we just looked at. 20% in the 30-day. So I forget like how far I have to scroll out here, but there is a period where it's doing like a little dip. Yeah. So yeah, we're basically, I don't know, like I feel like this setup right here, we got a higher high and obviously higher lows, and that it's up into. It looks like it's not done. It looks like it's probably gonna. It looks like it's probably gonna go back up to like somewhere around this $8 or $9 range, right? And that's just like me speculating, right? But yesterday when I was looking at it, it was around like $7. It came down off of 7.25. I was saying this exact same thing to myself. Like, it looks like it's probably going to go up. And I wish I had just bought it then. I was like telling I'm going to put a bag in. And I was asking people, and it's up 742 today. So it did go. It's doing exactly what it seemed like it was going to be doing. And the reason why I wanted to bring this up, other than my own interest in that type of stuff, was I went to Token Terminal. And Token Terminal is funny. You guys are, I think I brought Token Terminal up to you guys like once or twice here on the show. But it's funny to me, at least, that BitBoy had I was watching his show today, which I don't normally do. Don't try and get me on that. I don't normally be watching BitBoy, a regular. But he had a show today. I was watching it, and I don't know, some guy, some Georgia Bulldog fan or something. I don't know. I know too much. Oh my goodness.
You don't watch BitBoy.
He's like, come on, man.
I don't know. Stop.
You're doing it.
BitBoy. I'm your biggest fan.
Anyways, I guess he said the CoinGecko launched something called Token Terminal recently. So then he ended up typing in Token Terminal and landing on this Token Terminal and not realizing that this was not something that was recently launched by CoinGecko. So he was like pitching it like it's this new CoinGecko project and yada yada. And then toward the end, he realized he didn't know what the heck he was talking. And I was like, yeah, that was special. Because you were on that for a bit, bro. You was just like going with it, like looking at the project, like, oh, this is okay. So how does this work? And I'm like, really?
So
all right, it was
just got a free advertisement from BitBoy. I love it.
Yeah, it was just interesting. It was interesting to me. Okay, so what do you do with this platform for the most part, right? You go here and you try to check out like how projects are doing in terms of their yield or their revenue. So I forget how we go over here. Go over here. Cool. All right. So I was looking around on this thing, right? And it's not what date range am I in? Okay, 180 days is what we're in right now for the date range, right? And this is showing protocol revenue. So how much money that protocol is making. Some of these protocols are when they're real yield protocols, then people have, it's added bonus because you're like the token could have some good tokenomics, and then the protocol is earning money that's going back into the ecosystem and feeding that token. You have it's like an actual business out there with dividends or something like that. It's like feeding, so it's good. And so that's kind of what you're looking at when you're looking at Token Terminal. You're like, who's out there eating? Who's eating in crypto the most? Ethereum. By and far, that's a huge up on the chart. Nobody eating more than Ethereum in terms of what's being eaten over here in fees and going back and feeding the ecosystem. Snacking. Tron, second up. All right, nobody likes to hear that, so we'll keep moving on. But as we keep going down this list, and again, this is the 180 day, down here, we see Level Finance. Just barely popping into the list with 4 million revenue. 4 million revenue, just barely popping into the list on 180 day. So I saw that and I was looking at like a 30 day recently, right? And so I said, all right, let me check the 7 day because I like to check these over long periods of time and short periods of time. So I came in here, checked the 7 day, and guess what? Over the 7 day, it's that much higher up on the list. It's up here at almost $1 million revenue in the 7 day. That means it had to accumulate this $4 million that is up here in the top 180 days. It did that over the last month. This thing is booming, baby. So like, I saw this first.
Booming, baby.
I saw this first, and I was like, "Yo, hold up, let me check out the charts on this token." And then we saw this, and I was like, "Dang!" Because I was sure enough hearing people talk about it in like February and stuff. I was distracted with Archimedes launch and stuff, and I was hearing people talk about it in March. And at least like around in March, like it's around the $6 range. So, and people were talking about you were too late for it, and I guess that's because it was down here at like 10 cents. Like just chilling for a few days, $1, and now it's just like up and at them. You up hundreds of percent, and so it's looking pretty good. The gain that it's making is crazy, and I think part of that is because there's a lot of money on BNB chain, Binance Smart Chain. CZ has also said they want to promote like BNB DeFi and things of the sort. Outspokenly, and there's not a whole bunch of BNB DeFi other than like I heard like Alpaca's like another one that has a perpetual exchange, but I haven't even looked at it honestly because I don't know, it's whatever. But this is the token. This is the GMX, the GNS on Binance Smart Chain where there is tons of money. There's tons of money. PancakeSwap out here competing with Uniswap, which is on all these other dexes. PancakeSwap just now getting another, and they're competing with the money they got from Binance Smart Chain. So a project on Binance Smart Chain with all that money locked up that can do that, I think it might really.
Quick little Rex Satoshi note. I do think that if there is ever a time to where you should be buying any like Binance Smart Chain things, it might be now. Why they're kind of like no one's really talking about them much. Everyone's scared of the whole CC's thing. I think that it's got to be a massive opportunity going on over there right now, because I know that a lot of the stablecoin volume was coming off of there a couple weeks ago, but I imagine that it might be flowing back in, maybe it might be moving around, because I know CZ was supposed to be injecting that like it was like $1 billion or something. So dude, remind me later on, because I need to pick up some of these tokens, some of these level tokens.
Yeah. I'm like, I gotta make a bag because I got some GNS. I like these type of tokens. They all seem to be successful.
With all the exchanges with all the exchanges looking real sus lately, like I think these DeFi exchanges are gonna just keep running. I mean, they have to. Like, I mean, if you could possibly look at the market cap of an exchange, then I can only, in my brain logically say that some of these dexes are gonna look at some of those market caps of some of those sex exchanges eventually. Maybe not now, but maybe once the bull run comes back, we'll see some stupid green candles on those things.
I think so too, and I think as we continue to see technology change, evolve, and integrate with like apps that make the front ends easier to access to people, we're already starting to see like you were able to do this type of trading. Oh, I think so. Yeah, you were able to do this type of trading in the last bull run. However, you had to know how to use money markets. You had to know how to use Aves and Venus and whatever and make it happen for yourself by leveraging up and then like shorting. And that's like way more complicated than this type of interface, the interface that people are used to on like a Binance Smart Chain or a Binance, or a Bybit or KuCoin or whatever have you, where short, I'm going to go short, drag the thing over and say I want to go, apply 3x leverage, 5x leverage, 20, and now we finally have that phase coming into DeFi. And so I think as that starts to integrate with these apps that make it easier for people to onboard, things like what we were seeing from Immutable, and they're like they have like some like whatever it's called, like Passport or whatever, that makes it really easy for people to like onboard into the Immutable blockchain. As we see more and more things like that, I think we'll just see like these type of dexes, as you're saying, like really skyrocket and have market caps like we're seeing from some of these other entities. Because some of them, I'm sure there'll be tons of that survive, but all people really want from them after you discover these other marketplaces is low fees. Like you can win on low fees and then a way to off chain to get to off ramp. That's like it. You got, hopefully you beat them on fees. If you can't beat them on fees, then give them an off ramp. Otherwise you're dead. There's like no need for you. We don't really need centralized ones at all. So we'll see where that lands. But yeah, worth looking at. Anything you see on this list, again, level right beneath Arbitrum in terms of profit, right beneath PancakeSwap in terms of profit on the 30-day. How? You haven't even heard of it. How is it doing numbers like this? Talking to whoever out there. Above Convex Finance, one of the biggest dApps in DeFi. Above Polygon Chain. MakerDAO. MakerDAO runs DAI, folks. It's one of the biggest stable coins in DeFi. It's just like, obviously, something's happening here under the hood. Should maybe pay attention. Like when a lot of people do pay attention, that the token price might go boom, boom. So, yeah. Enough of that. And we've covered the top ones. Any other altcoins, I should say? Anybody feels like has been peeking their radar recently? Worth checking out. I also give some shout outs to like Pendle or something out and how these tokens are doing today. But look at the ones that I'm picking, yo. 31% today. Oh my goodness. That feels good. That feels good. You got a bag of Pendle, Satoshi? Did you make that bag? We talked about it.
No.
You didn't make the bag?
No. No.
Oh my goodness! You didn't make
I don't.
up
I
up
don't.
105%, and it's okay because you be
It's
hitting them.
hard. It's hard for me to make bags of anything that's got like more than a couple $1 million market cap. I need to feel like I'm in the danger zone.
Everybody talking about Pendle though.
Pendle, you're
what?
right. Everyone's been talking about Pendle.
Where have I been?
Oh, to not know about Pendle?
No.
Like Pendle is just like
I heard about Level.
Oh, you heard about? See, you heard about Level? Pendle's it's been making waves. It's started on Ethereum, bridged over to Arbitrum, brought a lot of attention with that. So it was one of like these first like big level Ethereum dApps that converted from Ethereum over to Arbitrum. I think that's what really helped out a lot of their narrative, is because we were seeing a lot of Arbitrum native dApps pop open on Arbitrum, but there weren't like a lot of like porting of like there's like Liquidity eventually did it, right? Curve eventually. And then like another one that's like a little bit more was lower cap, but had good product was Pendle, and that really just sent them flying. So, but yeah,
There's
sexy
a lot
to
of
see
them
this.
popping up lately.
Oh my goodness, yeah, we got it's like another situation where
It's
you're
crazy.
seeing a lot of these tokens today. Oh my goodness. All right, what? Like, is there anything else that's like? So we got Pendle level. Arbs probably we don't want to look at that. We don't want to look at that. There was that whole Arb drama recently. Satoshi, can you enlighten us? What happened with the Arb drama?
Well, Arbitrum
So
decided that it would
before
be
you move on real quick, are you saying I should stake for Level?
Potentially, I was looking at like whether or not I'm probably going to end up staking or whatever. Like it looks like there's like good yields over there, and I'm definitely going to have the token itself.
They have a 16% APR for Level.
You just like the token itself.
Pool.
Oh yeah, because they had the two different pools in there. I forget. You gotta like when I was looking at their website, I forgot which looked more attractive. But yeah, I have to make that decision soon because I'm gonna make a level bag. It just seems like a smart decision. I don't want to see it be GMX prices because it's like the only like really it's like Level and Alpaca over on Binance Smart Chain. And we look at Arbitrum, which is not the size of Binance Smart Chain. We got GMX at almost $80. We got GNS going to $10. We got Vela pushing like whatever the heck Vela's. But I don't be paying attention to Vela, but it does numbers. I just like I missed this one. You only buy so many. But yeah. I feel you need to check that. You need to check that out. So yeah, when you get that info, feel free to share.
add Level to my watch list so I can fucking remember it's alive.
Satoshi, can you enlighten us though? What have you learned about Arbitrum?
Arbitrum is I don't know how to say it, a pseudo governance token, because they did their fancy airdrop, which most people got, and it was looking kind of weird because it went up to like $108, and then it leveled out or whatever, and then so they started doing their little governance votes, and they were like, this vote is for the Arbitrum Foundation to take like, it was like 100 million Arbitrum tokens or something like that, and pay ourselves for the work that we've done, and to look for partnerships or something like that. Exactly, don't quote me on what it was for, but anyway, the vote did not pass. The governors, the Arbitrum community said, no, we don't think you guys deserve 100 million Arbitrum tokens. And then the Arbitrum Foundation said, oh yeah, that was just a fake vote to see what you guys thought about what we were really going to do. Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to take those Arbitrum tokens and we're going to give like 50 million of them to what they call them. They called him a financial individual in the financial markets. It was so sketchy, bro. I know the Infinite's like, what exactly? They're like, yeah, we're gonna give this person to some unnamed individual in the financial markets and use the rest to pay us off. And thank you guys for voting, by the way. We appreciate that, but we got this.
I forgot what other token or something did that. We were talking about it before, and it
was Mango,
I think,
wasn't it? But
they wanted to vote themselves
worse.
like 90% of like.
It was worse for Mango because at least Mango got hacked. Like Arbitrum just like totally went rogue. Like Mango got hacked by you. I think you're muted, Smurf.
Muted Smurf, yeah.
Wasn't it Mango?
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, Mango got hacked by Abram, who's now in police custody. And so that wasn't really their choice. Or exploited, we should say. It's
So
Sushi
they have
Swap.
an excuse.
That's what it
was Sushi Swap with like the way they were doing the voting or whatever the heck, and it was just like a large portion of like when we're talking about revenue fees coming from like the platform, we were just looking them up. Like Sushi Swap would have been like 4 million this month. More like you guys get 50,000.
It was bad. It didn't sound bad. And then we looked up, like, we just Googled, like, well, how much do these kind of payouts usually work? And it was like, oh, yeah, usually they'll take, 10, 15, 20%, 25 at the highest. And when we did the math for that one, it was like 95% or something like that, crazy like that. I was like, yeah, it's a no for me, dog. It's a no for me, dog. You're muted again.
Man, how does it keep doing that? My goodness.
Okay,
but yeah, that was not cool on their part. And like to the extent that like was like a week or so after they were like, looks like we're gonna be changing up the way that we do voting after. Like, yeah, you got away with that one thing. You got your. It was like such a political move where it's like, all right, we need our man in office so we can get this one thing through. And it's like, yep, you guys got it, and now nothing else matters to you. Great, congratulations. All right. So we got our tokens there. We checked out some alts. Yeah, feel free to hit me with it if it so hits your mind while we're going through some of the other topics today. Wanted to check out the DeFi and see how that's moving. I feel like we see like billions going in and out of DeFi like pretty quickly. I don't want to say it's DeFi Llama's fault. I feel like that's just like I don't know, man. Let me see you guys what I'm talking about. Well, here we go. This number, I do not trust this number. I feel like so often it'll be like 61 billion. And then it'll be like 51 billion. And I'm like, there's no way you jump in 10 billion at a time. And it's like it's not, I don't know, fam. Whatever. Maybe it's the Mandela effect. All right. You guys saw it this week. Relying on each one of you. It's 51 billion. We'll see where it's at next week. Up 10 billion, down 10 billion.
51 billion.
Hey, I need you to check on them how the deflation on ETH, because them gas prices this last couple of days been fucking killing me, bro.
All right, yeah.
Like
let me get to the deflation.
They was trying to charge me $20 to move some shit from a centralized exchange to my wallet. I was like, whoa, that's a transaction right there. Like, I could do a transaction for that. They gotta be burning. They gotta be burning it.
Well, piece of Satoshi real quickly here. So we gotta check it out. Yeah, the burn is on. Look at this. This is pretty strict. What do we want to extend that time frame to get more close? There we go. This 202 day. This is what we were doing for a bit there, and then it just fell over. It was that one friend that was like hanging out with you when you guys were drinking. And you're like, all right, man, I'm surprised you're still going, and they just fall off their chair. Yeah, that's what happened here. We've all seen it happen. Negative 79,000 ETH. That's a lot. It's a lot of burn. And yeah, again, this is not just Ethereum was being burned before throughout 2022 before this happened, but then it began to just burn at an increased rate once we switched to proof of stake to the point that now it's deflationary. So this is not just burn, this is deflationary burn. So it's going backwards. It's not, you're not getting more Ethereum in the supply. It's like if the Fed was doing quantitative tightening and they weren't actually printing out any more money in any fashion. So it's like something that they don't understand.
Unheard of. Yeah,
it's a foreign concept.
They would be broke as fuck if they did that.
Yeah, it's not quite how we designed things previously. So OpenSea here leading the burn, Uniswap leading the burn. So trades, people actually doing. Oh my goodness, what is cryptocurrency for? Like nobody's using that stuff except for actually facilitating trades.
You know what I heard?
Except for
with that tether right there, I heard they have some like tether gold stable coin. Like not, I don't know. That sounds stupid, but hey, it's a tether coin that's like
pegged to gold.
Pegged to gold, but it's like you can't really get it many places. So I don't know. I wonder if you could get on Uniswap. That'd be fucking crazy. Buying gold on Uniswap. What the fuck?
See, I mean, like I wouldn't be surprised if stuff like that becomes more and more possible, just because we're already seeing it possible on certain dexes. Like obviously Uniswap is a dex, but like I mean like perp dexes, really dexes where you don't necessarily earn the asset that you're trading. Also, Poison makes something like that possible. We put some Poison in the Trustless Degens portfolio, but we're already seeing that Synthetics has been doing that for years, actually on Ethereum. But you know they're contained within these ecosystems when we see that, and so. I don't know, as things continue to expand, especially with like when I look at like platforms like GNS and like how expansive that is. I'm not sure you guys are like super familiar with that. Oh yeah, somebody has an echo. Or see, yeah, nope, test. Cool. Yeah, but not sure how familiar you guys are with like GNS, but like yeah, they allow normal like what you'd expect from normal crypto trading. Have like blue chip assets, so like Bitcoin, Ethereum. Then you can like leverage trade Phantom, and again, this is like this whole like new era of these perp dexes. So dexes that allow you to do 5, 10, 100x leverage on some type of token, like you would see on Bybit or Binance Smart Chain is now possible in DeFi. But yeah, you can do that. Bitcoin, Ethereum, the Uni token, Phantom. Matic, you're seeing. I was surprised by GNS specifically because they also had things like during the right hours, forex trading on different. So you could do the USD, you could do JPY, you could do the Great British Pound, you could do like this and that. And then what else did they have? They had like something else in there. I think they had like gold and oil. They had different. There's like different stocks they allow you to trade. So you can be a stock trader in DeFi. Like they just paired up. So it's just crazy with like all the different things that they're offering in crypto now with these synthetic assets, kind of like what you're saying. So I'm like, I can see that just because we're already kind of seeing it, and so just that would just be it taken to a degree where people are allowed to hold it in their own wallets instead of containing it to these different dexes, these different platforms.
I want some.
You want some? I'll be down with that. I was down with Binance Smart Chain when Terra made all those stocks and stuff like that available, but there was always a lot of slippage on them, and then which made me sketch on the whole ecosystem to begin with.
I do not condone your adventures on Terra Luna or whatever.
I never went. I never went.
You should have never thought about it.
It was on Binance Smart Chain. It was on Binance. I said, oh, I can own some Tesla stocks over here. I can own some Apple over here. Cool. I was in it at the get-go. You know what
I used to hate?
And the slippage just like they couldn't keep up.
You know when I knew that Terra Luna was a scam? When I used to always want to get USDT on fucking like KuCoin or Binance or something. And when you type it in, it gives you UST. And you're like, what the fuck did I just buy? Like, I didn't want UST. I wanted USDT. And I was like, oh, this is the bullshit. This is like you guys are missing the D on my USDT. Like
they caught you being full degen.
They caught me.
Like he wasn't trying to read. Let's get him. He wasn't trying to.
Never that, son. Never that.
Before we jump into the DApp radar of today's list, I'm gonna just briefly check out these or brush over, I will say, because they've been on screen for a while. Some of these top DeFi dApps, give them their shout outs. Also want to visit the yields column very briefly, but we got Lido, MakerDAO, Aave, Curve, Uniswap, Convex Finance, so kind of like a layer on top of Curve here. Just Lind, the Tron ecosystem, where they eating at, PancakeSwap, Coinbase Wrapped. Is this wrapped Ethereum? Coinbase wrapped Ethereum as its own DApp is just like this high. Oh, I guess because of the liquid staking. I'm like, what is happening here? It's their liquid staking. Okay. And still, that's why Coinbase is like, yeah, no, we're going to keep that staking going. Nah, see us with that. See it. Go ahead, send it to our lawyers. Compound Finance, Frax Finance. We keep saying I gotta do that Frax thread to enlighten the folks that don't really understand that Frax is a serious stable coin out here. Are they the only stable? There's MakerDAO, and then Frax is the only stable coin in this top list, other than and that's MakerDAO. That's not even their stable coin. Frax is like, I guess you could say Frax is more than the stable coin. It's got a lot of things there. But yeah, that's how those are going. Oh, I guess one second. I wanted to check out the yield too. Go to the yield real quickly. And there we go. So it initially is going to sort this by TVL, so they want like a strong pool that still has high APY. It's kind of like how they're sorting that. We're going to put it on degen mode, so you just sort by like whatever the highest APY is. Oh my goodness, 57,000. No, okay, so it's probably some crappy pool, right? What's the TVL? What's the token itself? Hyperinflation. You got to consider those type of things. I'm gonna sound a little bit. I'm just gonna ignore that. Actually, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna type in what we want. Help me out, guys. Help me out. If you could get yield on any token, what would it be? What's your yield pair? I should say two tokens. Give me two tokens just in case. I'll look it up singly and then I'll like look them up together. Yeah, let's say that there's a token that you like. You're like, I'm bullish on this token. Like how we saw Pendo up 30% today or whatever. Like I'll be like, yeah, I want some yields on my Pendo.
Level. Where Bitfing was talking about doing some level, get some level yields. Level on Pancake.
They had level. Yeah, they have it on the PancakeSwap sort of pool right now.
So I'm gonna put that level in there. They're not giving me this is not the full list. This is not the full list. But
that's it.
This is still not bad. Kyber Elastic is where you would go for this. Kyber on Binance Smart Chain. Get 352% APY on that bad boy. That's actually pretty good because I believe if this holds up to 100 and see the TVL is not the highest in this pool is the one thing you have to be like cognizant of. But overall, when you're looking at the other yields for level on the level platform itself, the yields are showing like the syrup pool and their own platform. This is about 2x that, so it's pretty nice. It's nice. But yeah, this is just how we use. This is how we use DeFi Llama. How to use the yield section. Type in what you're looking for. Go find some yield. Enjoy whatever token you're holding with a little sauce on it. It could be Bitcoin, right? You could be holding Bitcoin. You want to go find the best place to put your Bitcoin. Bitcoin paired with something else. Bitcoin solo asset. Oops, that's stable coins. Single exposure. Really? Oh, that's on Solana. Really? If you want to put it on Solana, 114%. What's the TVL? 23,000 TVL. Yeah, the TVL super small. I was like, hold up, bro. Hold up. Give me the double looks. Okay, but that's that. Yeah, we'll check out some more top dApps over here. Crew, have you guys been dapping lately?
No, sir.
Anybody DApp radaring?
Well, not DApp radaring necessarily, but using any dApps recently. We're gonna go DApp radaring right now, just for a bit.
Can't say that I have.
I've been messing around with some stuff.
What dApps have you been clicking through, Satoshi? Not sharing your wallet address with us or anything like that. Nothing.
I've been using Stargate a little bit this week. or last week, and today I've been messing with this this casino DApp called Cloud Bets. Cloud Bets.
Mm-hmm. So you just using Stargate to bridge, or are you yielding over there?
Just bridging, and I did.
Where you going?
Around on Arbitrum and Phantom and Binance Smart Chain.
Have you visited Zksync? That's the other thing we have to check out. That's what we had to check out.
I got rugged on Zksync, so I'm kind of feeling great about that.
That was the one thing I forgot.
Yeah, that wasn't fun, but it happened.
Man, okay. What did you think? What did you think was going to happen? Like for that project. What was the project? What got your hopes up?
It was called ZK Tools, I think. And yeah, it was Tools. I'm pretty sure they just sold a lot of their tokens and it ended up rugging. But it was supposed to be like one of those, tool projects like Dex Tools or something. And it seemed like the least scammy. So it was like it was bad. It was the first day that it dropped. So we all bridged over to ZK era and started looking for shit. And I realized that they wasn't playing around about it being anonymous. Like, you can't find any fucking information on the tokens. You can't find how many holders they have. Like, none of that shit. So I didn't like it because I couldn't count my cards, as I like to call it in crypto. I can count cards, but on Zksync I wasn't counting shit. So I was like,
that's
I'm out.
Interesting.
Eject, pull the plug, get out of here.
It's interesting you say that. I feel like the time that I spent, I went into a project that's been doing pretty well over there. I'm not sure how they're doing. I'm not like holding the token itself. I should have, which made me think that's right, Smurf. You're at the point with the platform where you're getting in really early again. So sometimes you can hold the token when it's really early for a little bit, make some profit, and then go back to your normal strategy. But because I got in on this platform, it was like $20,000 locked in it, and now there's like 3 million locked in it. We said we'd be early, and it still has 323% APR on its Ethereum and USDC pool, which is what I'm in. The price is back down to around where it was when I got in. But yeah, I feel like it's so early for the ZK side of things.
Very early. I feel like their Explorer needs a little bit more love, because I don't know. I don't know how I can move around over there without having some information.
Yeah, it's like, you saying that, like, that's what I was gonna say initially. I feel like I didn't go through the Explorer really extensively. I was just like, okay, here it is. I forgot what I was checking when I did check something, but I was able to find it. So like now that what you said has me like interested. Like, okay, let me go see what other information that I can get from their Explorer and stuff like that, because I haven't thoroughly gone through that, not expecting there to be any holes in the information or anything. So interesting. Popped up Zksync here on the screen, and so it is down here at the number 30 total blockchain, or 30 blockchain as far as TVL on that blockchain, up 162%. I think that's probably like in the week, and 8% in the day, I believe. So it's probably like day in the week. When we're looking at this thing, here's the TVL increase. I think it needs to go a little bit higher to like beat that. I feel like I saw Doge Chain get to like 64 million maybe at one point or something. So I'm still not convinced. I gotta, I'm like, I need time to see if you're not gonna be a Doge Chain, or if you're gonna be like a real chain. But regardless, this is what I'll say. Doge Chain, even in that case with their airdrop, they gave you a 2x on whatever you deposited to their chain, pretty much. Like, there might have been some type of cutoff limit, but that's what I was like seeing.
Yeah, there was. There was a cutoff. There was a couple rounds.
There's usually like some type of like cutoff level, like in terms of like how much, like, so like let's say you put like $5,000 over there, so they double it to like 10,000. Like that's like the max is what I mean. But yeah, in general, it's this money making opportunity. So we'll see what serious chains come over here, what benefits there really are. I think it's really early in figuring this all out. But wanted to bring up Zksync. Thank you for sharing your experiences over here, Satoshi. These farms are kind of weird to me. They all have like really weird locking mechanisms and stuff like that. So I'm still trying to find one that I actually like. But yeah.
But when you find something that you like that looks like it's not too DJ, let me know.
Gem swap right now. That's what now. But
On
nothing else.
ZK?
Yeah, I'm in Gem swap.
Gem swap, like the OpenSea shit?
Nah, like it's on. It should be on screen. Is it on screen right now? Is it on screen right now? Yeah, I got it on screen. Gem swap. Yeah.
Okay. I'll have to check it out because I was using Mute.
Yeah, like those. Like I feel like did Mute not have like? Does that not have weird lockup times on it?
Probably. I was just trading. I wouldn't lock anything.
ZK.
But anyway, y'all, I'm gonna get out of here.
Zksync.
All
All right, Satoshi. Satoshi had to leave a little early today.
All right, see you.
No problem, Mo.
Y'all boys be cool.
I gotta stop letting you guys be the only ones using DeFi Llama.
Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, you know, we're also trying to keep things tight this week, so we got a little bit more. Just wanted to check out DAP Radar, go through some of these top articles that we pulled, checking out these headlines, and check back in with the crew. Call it a day. So we got DAP Radar up over here right now, and I like to sort it by two different things. I like to say I like to go by volume. So how much money is moving through whatever smart contract that they're tracking. I feel like that's a good way of seeing if people, whether big bags are interested in it or a bunch of individuals are interested in it, right? So in the case of Alien Worlds, I think it's a bunch of individuals when you're seeing that 200,000. My dog's losing their mind right now. And users, active users, this is, well, I mean, it says it for itself. So I'm going to look out here. All right, so by active users, they're giving us Alien Worlds. Again, we think that's like largely influenced by bots. Hooked, which is a social thing, I guess. Interesting. No volume over there in terms of going to the smart contract, but social. Farmers World, CyberConnect, Pancake Swap V3. We're going by straight up DApps. Hold up, we gotta sort this out a little bit better than this. We want to go by games more so, where we're using DAP Radar. You can go by DApps, you can go by DeFi, whatever the heck you want. But I truly find this like a good place to go for games. So Meemaw. It's like, what are we seeing here? That social play platform. Interesting though. It really popped up over there. All right, going back through Alien World's taking the top spot still. Iskra. I don't know. We don't really mess with stuff on Clayton blockchain. Farmers World, Splinterlands, Planet 9, Nine Chronicles, Upland, Second Life, so another like metaverse type of game thing, I believe. Sunflower Land, Lab Rado. Interesting. And Benji Bananas. All right. Nothing is like, I mean, none of that seems like that's like really eye catching to me, other than like Splinterlands. Alien Worlds, you had us once upon a time. We were somewhat captivated by you.
Somewhat.
Checking out the volume metrics by volume, and I felt like this is like the best way to probably find those games, because you're not just finding games that potentially have bots running it. You're finding games that have people actually buying things there. So Axie Infinity leading the way. Gods Unchained second on the list. DeFi Kingdoms is funny because whenever I tell people, I'm like, yeah, I usually say, DeFi Kingdoms or Gods Unchained. Gods Unchained, DeFi Kingdoms, because fun, and then lore and money. And, I think they'll make it fun eventually, DeFi Kingdoms. I do have hope for them. It's a cool concept. Axie Infinity, I can't fade Axie just because I think it's going to be really expansive. And I believe actually they just started getting they just got like their second other game other than Axie on Ronin, the blockchain. And so I need to tap back in over there anyways. I haven't been over there since Ron became like the gas token, if it is yet. Like I don't know. It's been a long time. I need to go back over there, like freshen my bags up, actually utilize them, give them a pat on the back, say it's okay, we made it through the bridge issue, and see what's popping. Cross the Ages on Immutable X also got a lot of attention here. This may be worth paying attention to. 34,000 right there. Anything else? Let's see. Especially with Mutable X getting more attention recently. Same thing for Illuvium. Beyond, yeah, Mutable kind of starting to take over the games and push some of this away from Polygon. Interesting. Yeah, let me see. Like I want to say, Infinite, you've been playing any blockchain games this year?
Just the one.
The one. Ooh, what did you play? Oh, what'd you play?
I gotta remember. It's a weird name. That's why I have a hard time remembering it.
Is it going to be Eve.io?
Yes.
Okay.
Eve.io. What's Eve.io?
Eve.io is a game that'll drop you right in there.
Yeah, it's a first-person shooter. All played from that web browser. Yep.
EV.io.
Yep. So it's like connecting. It'll drop you like right in the game. Like honestly, like it's like whoa. So you're like, oh, let's go step match.
Oh,
like
this is a blockchain game?
Yeah.
Yeah. Solana. I think he got me.
Oh, he got you.
Yeah, I'm not a keyboard and mouse person. Screw this guy. Nah, he seems like a nice fellow. But yeah, but Eve, there's that.
Oh yeah, I'm playing it right now.
Yeah, that's your game. Okay, well, when the Bitfiend, now that kind of like affects my question to you a little bit. Other than Eve, have you been playing any blockchain games lately, or have you played any this year?
Splinterlands and Decentraland. There's a lot of games on Decentraland that I play that I like. There's Exodus, Butterfly Prawn farming game. There's a new one called The Library. It's a learn to earn model. You good?
Nice.
This is probably the most clean first-person shooter I've ever played. That's blockchain, though.
Oh yeah. I'm like, I think Forge is really clean. See, that's why I'm like, I've been hearing like a lot of blockchain games and stuff recently. I got to start making these blockchain game videos and stuff because there's some really interesting ones and nice ones that are like running under the radar ish recently. They just deserve a little spotlight. They just deserve a little spotlight.
Some of the people playing this game are really bad.
Like Undead Blocks is like, yeah, I should like get some Undead Blocks in and stuff like that.
Undead Blocks is good, but it lags.
So you're an experienced Undead Blocker.
Huh?
So you're an experienced Undead Blocker.
Oh yeah, I have it. I play it. I could show you guys if you want.
We'll save the Undead Blocks.
It's not that great. I like it, but I don't.
Yeah, it's like a little zombie shooting thing. I'm interested to see like where some of these Gala games go in the future, but also excited to the quality, the way the games look on Gala, and just in general across a lot of these different platforms as they're coming up. All right, to lead us out, wanted to bring up this one article just as a reminder that this is happening. Don't be shocked, because this also has to go with kind of where we started today. So it's Ethereum breaking out ahead of Ether, breaking out ahead of Ethereum's Shanghai upgrade. Whoever Bernstein is, don't really matter. That's the real meat and potato of it. And we told you this ahead of time. We've talked about this a few times. What is the Shanghai upgrade? Let's see if actually Infinite, can you get us? You know what the Shanghai upgrade is?
Damn it, dude. Oh man. It's like you're gonna start saying them like yes. Oh man, no. It's just the move to. Dude, I hate doing this, man. It's like It's just the move to proof of stake, like fully, right? Where you can like unlock your ETH. It's like the period where you can unlock your ETH, and changes a little bit.
Yeah,
and then I won't do the derivative part because it was like a part where
that's more
you
so
can,
the liquid staking derivative portion. Yeah. I'll say that's fair. You're like, it's like the move to proof of stake, which already happened, but it's like it's the next stage of that. So far, since the move to proof of stake, everything has been locked up in terms of Ethereum that's validating the network. Now it can finally be free. Those rewards can be free. Ethereum that's been staked can be free. That's all happening with Shanghai. And so while some people are like, oh, all the money's going to dump in the market, other people are like, well, now you can have more confidence in Ethereum that you can move in and out when you want to, which to me, that then instills more confidence. Like, we know it's been working for months. People got rewards. Now you can do whatever you want. I don't know how much the rewards are. That would be interesting. Is the rewards that stacked up more than 79,000 burned? Probably, right? I don't know. I don't know what the rewards were, but interesting time there. That is Ethereum Shanghai, and Infinite let us through that. Look at you.
I know, man.
Look at
I'm
you.
more confident now.
The interesting takeaway from here, other than that brilliant description of Shanghai, interesting takeaway from here is that it says it's either breaking out ahead of Ethereum Shanghai, and I was when I was initially putting together the title for today, I was thinking of different catalysts for the network recently, and I think Shanghai is one of these catalysts. Elon Musk and Doge is one of these like weird catalysts that like spur retail trading. So it is one of these catalysts. But specifically here is one of these catalysts, right? And I think as you get like you get so many catalysts, and then the market turns kind of bullish. But when we're speaking about the Shanghai upgrade being Ethereum's catalyst, you can see it performing versus these other ones in the top here, other than Dogecoin and Elon. These, the narrative is moving the dial the most right now. Is the takeaway here? And now, of course, Bitcoin wicked up in the 7-day and made it so that it looks like this, though it's touched as high as 29,000. The narrative here, the takeaway should be that. Or the takeaway should be that, like, follow these narratives. It's not hard to tell what tokens are going up sometime. If you're like, you got your ear to the ground and you're listening to what people are talking about. Yeah. So that said, and toss it back around to the gang here. Start off with Mr. Bitfiend. How you feeling? The market this week as we come to a conclusion.
Well, ETH is looking kind of nice. I think we're still gonna have a crash. Like, I don't know. I think we're gonna be going sideways for a while. I didn't even consider, or I'm always thinking about the Bitcoin halving or when it is, but I haven't lately until I saw yesterday was a year till the halving. It just depends on how many more institutions get in. I don't know. It's crazy. I just think it's getting crazy because there's so many different blockchains. It's like you got the ZK and the fucking Arbitrum and the Optimism, and it gives you Hopium.
Hopium.
That Hopium blockchain.
Feel that. All right, Infinite.
Yeah. All right. I'm kind of perma bear-ish, the group, but I always like to say, because I feel like I get dragged through the mud when I say that. Essentially, the world.
You don't know what you mean.
The world's in turmoil. That does not mean you can't make opportunities, and I don't want you to, doom and gloom in the way that most people take the doom and gloom. It's just, hey, things are gonna shake loose, and something's gonna be left, and I hope you're paying attention. And that's the way it should be looked at. Something's gonna be left.
Something's gonna be left. Yeah. See, my take is, infinite in perma bear mode. I'm gonna take the same track that I've been seeing recently. My update to the current bullish momentum within bear market potentially would be that we did get that upward momentum that I was speaking about last week, because again we were coming off of we had to dip down to like what 13, 14, or no, did he even get that 15 maybe? I think maybe 15 or 16 or something like that. And then we were up around 17. I'm like, yeah, I could see it going up to 18. It's hard to see it going lower. We were up at 19, so higher than I anticipated, quicker at least, but still not to the end of the move. Before I would see I expect maybe a longer term pullback, kind of like what Bitfiend is talking about for some type of crab market where we got some sideways action. To see sideways actions for a longer period of time, I would imagine we need to kind of break this psychological threshold of around, or at least touch it around that $30,000 mark. And we touched 29, but I don't think the market's satisfied with that. Just by the sentiment, the general sentiment, I think blow off top for this, which could be really interesting, because the blow off top then from where we're currently at in terms of Bitcoin means it's touching it at the 30,000 range. And if that goes too far, then it pushes past 30,000. Pushes past 30,000 into 40 or something before, which is whoa, okay, that's crazy. And then we got even longer, maybe pull off of that. But that's what I see happening. That's what kind of what I'm waiting for. I think realistically, 30, 31, 34. I don't see much higher than that for a blow off top. I think that's a blow off top situation from where we are right now, jumping up a few thousand. That sends Ethereum over $2,000, 2,300, 2,200. That's a big increase for Ethereum for the last 6 months or so. Coming off of $1,200, $100, $1,100 Ethereum. That's it's you're coming up on $100 gains if you jumped in Ethereum across the last 6 months or so. And that's for a large cap token. That means everything else has done hundreds of percents. So that's where I'm seeing it. But then I would maybe expect some type of pullback for leading us into the fall and holiday season range, where maybe get a little Santa rally and all that stuff happens. But yeah, that's what I'm looking at. And then it would have to crazy around there, because then we just mentioned Bitcoin halvening in the next. So it's not only Santa rally, but Santa rally going into a year with a Bitcoin halvening. It's crazy. It's market erupts at that point. So it's hard. It's always looking kind of bullish. There's only so much it's we're both kind of saying it's crab action, maybe not really down a lot. Blow off top before crab action, most likely. And then what's that down to? 20,000. We were looking at that before. It's above where we've been for a long time. It's up. It's just up and it's up. So yeah. But that might take away. Any closing comments before we send this one off, guys?
No. Good.
Anything for you, Bitfiend?
Always buy the dip. It doesn't hurt to stack a little bit. Stack Satoshis, stack ETH. Matic, not financial advice.
Yeah, no financial advice over here.
But I just stack cryptos. And any cryptos is considered stacking sats, because if you can swap them for sats, then you got yourself some sats. See,
yeah, and the argument for, well, crypto not real until people do math and sats. Well, maybe some people proponents should stop saying that before you make it come true. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because people are trying to count in something else. Yeah, they're trying to count in something else. So that's that. All right, see you guys in the next one. Trustless Degens. We out.
Oh,